Have you ever pondered the stark contrast between dropshipping and traditional e-commerce? Today we're going to delve into that very topic. Imagine the world of e-commerce as a bustling marketplace. On one hand, we have dropshipping, the agile newcomer, no inventory, no storage worries. On the other, we have traditional e-commerce, the established player with its own inventory and full control. Two different paths, each with its own unique flavor. As we dive deeper into these two distinct business models, we will unravel the pros and cons of each. Imagine running a business without the burden of inventory management or shipping logistics. Welcome to the world of dropshipping. This business model allows you to sell products directly from the manufacturer or wholesaler to the customer without ever handling the products yourself. At its core, dropshipping is a low barrier to entry game. You don't need a hefty startup fund or a sprawling storage space. All you need is a solid partnership with a reliable supplier and a platform to sell their products. This gives you the freedom to experiment with a wide array of products until you find your niche. But it's not all rainbows and unicorns in the dropshipping world. One of the major drawbacks is the lower profit margins. Since you're not buying in bulk or manufacturing the products yourself, you don't get the advantage of wholesale pricing. This means you'll have to sell a lot more to make a substantial profit. Another pitfall of dropshipping is supplier errors. You might be the face of the business, but you're not in charge of the supply chain. If the supplier messes up an order, it's your reputation on the line. Lastly, the ease of setting up a dropshipping business means that there's a high level of competition. You're not just competing with other dropshippers, but also with major retailers who sell similar products. So dropshipping seems like a sweet deal with a few sour notes, doesn't it? But how does it stack up against traditional e-commerce? Scene script. Picture this, a business where you have complete control over your inventory and profit margins. This is the reality of traditional e-commerce. Let's dive into the world of traditional e-commerce, an established model that has been the backbone of online retail for years. Unlike dropshipping, traditional e-commerce gives you full control over your inventory. You buy your products up front, store them, and then sell them to your customers. This model allows for higher profit margins as you're not reliant on third-party suppliers for pricing. Moreover, having control over inventory means you can ensure product quality, leading to a strong brand reputation. You can handpick the products you sell, inspect them for quality, and ensure they align with your brand's image and values. This autonomy over your inventory can be a significant advantage in building customer trust and loyalty. However, every coin has two sides, and traditional e-commerce is no exception. The upfront costs associated with this model can be high. You need to invest in purchasing products, storage space, and potentially an inventory management system. Moreover, managing the inventory can be a daunting task. It requires meticulous organization to prevent overstocking or understocking. And let's not forget the shipping logistics. You're responsible for packing and shipping the products to the customers, which can be time-consuming and complex. Traditional e-commerce, with its control and profits, does have its share of challenges, but how do we decide which model tops the other? So we've explored the peaks and valleys of both dropshipping and traditional e-commerce. It's time to weigh them against each other. Dropshipping, with its low startup costs and minimal risk, offers an attractive option for budding entrepreneurs. It eliminates the need for inventory management and warehousing, making it a hassle-free model. However, it's not without its challenges. Lower profit margins, supplier reliability, and lack of control over inventory are some aspects that may sway your decision. On the other hand, traditional e-commerce, while requiring more initial investment, brings the promise of higher profit margins. You have complete control over your inventory and quality, which can lead to stronger brand reputation. But remember, with greater control comes greater responsibility. Inventory management, warehousing, and shipping logistics are all your playground, or perhaps your battlefield. It's clear that each model has its own pros and cons. The choice between dropshipping and traditional e-commerce isn't a one-size-fits-all scenario. It depends largely on your individual business goals, available resources, and risk tolerance. Are you looking for a low-risk, easy-to-start business? Dropshipping might be your ticket. Or perhaps you're ready to dive into the deep end, taking on the challenges of traditional e-commerce for a potentially larger payoff. Whether you choose the path of dropshipping or traditional e-commerce, remember, success lies not just in the model, but in your dedication, strategy, and adaptability.